and what I hope people are consistently seeing from myself and Marama as co-leaders, is that we are dedicated to putting common sense, practical solutions on the table. Can New Zealanders not decide that they want to live better lives and that we want to change the trajectory of this country? I mean, we are being really upfront with New Zealanders about the fact that we can lower power bills, we can lower climate changing emissions, we can lower the cost of living, we can increase economic opportunity here, we can rebuild and unify our country.
Increase taxes.
But increase taxes on those who can afford to pay.
What's rich? What's rich?
I mean, that's how long is a piece of string?
Yeah, well, you guys have to have a line of where wealthy is,
and
right?
what we've said in the past is that $2 million threshold, which would be the top 3% in this country. And
there's not much to get a $2 million house in this. I mean, you paid almost 1.5 for your apartment.
What were you talking, Duncan?
I mean, you paid almost 1.5 for your apartment.
What were you talking, Duncan?
I mean, you paid almost 1.5 for your apartment.
What were you talking, Duncan?
What would you do today, if you're in government, what would you do today to lower the cost of living on people? Because people are screaming for help.
Yeah, we can electrify everything. So the first thing that we could do, remove the upfront cost for people to install solar panels on their home, to spread it over 15 to 30 years for sake of argument, for paying it back on their rates bill, and that will reduce household costs by $1,000 per year.
So what's the cost though?
The upfront cost of putting solar panels is between $10,000 to $15,000.
And you spread that out over time?
Yeah, you spread that out over time.
And the power bills come down by $1,000 a year?
Power bill comes down immediately because, again, you're getting solar power.
Fossil fuel, dollar-rich Chlöe electrifies New Zealand's climate. Electrifying New Zealand homes. Rooftop solar panels. What the cost of installing quality rooftop solar panels would be for the average 3-bedroom house, 2-bedroom unit, and an apartment in New Zealand, with and without battery backup, and how long the average household would take to pay off the installation with the expected power savings. Average 3-bedroom house. A good quality solar system for a typical 3-bedroom home costs $8,500 to $11,500 without a battery, and $13,500 to $21,500 with a battery, with a typical payback period of 7 to 12 years without a battery and 10 to 16 years with one, depending on usage and system size. What most New Zealand households actually install. For a 3-bedroom house, survey data shows the average rooftop solar panel installation system so far is about 7 kilowatts, costing around $16,500 for solar only and around $28,000 with a battery backup system, giving an estimated payback time of 15 to 20 years. This is larger than the minimum needed for a 3-bedroom home, but offers better cost per kilowatt hour efficiency. Average 2-bedroom unit. A good quality solar setup for a typical 2-bedroom unit costs $6,000 to $12,000 without a battery, and $12,000 to $25,000 with a battery, with a typical payback of 7 to 11 years without a battery and 11 to 16 years with one. An apartment. For a typical apartment in a multi-storey building, you can't just install your own rooftop solar the way you can in a standalone house or unit, because the roof is common property, access is shared, and wiring metering is more complex. When a body corporate or building owner does install solar for the whole building, the effective per apartment share works out roughly like this. Solar only, no battery, about $3,000 to $7,000 per apartment, with a payback around 8 to 14 years. Solar and battery, about $8,000 to $15,000 per apartment, with payback around 12 to 18 plus years. Important follow-up. The New Zealand Green Party co-leader Chlöe Swarbrick, she owns an apartment or apartments valued around $1.5 million or so in Auckland. And considering she continually promotes electrifying New Zealand as a way to save jobs and the damaging effect of fossil fuel charged climate weather events, one would assume an honest and authentic Chlöe would be able to provide you with actual, accurate frontline apartment solar panel installation costs. Thank you for listening. WhangāreiTim.
What's rich? What's rich?
I mean, that's how long is a piece of string?
Yeah, well, you guys have to have a line of where wealthy is,
and what
right?
we've said in the past is that $2 million threshold, which would be the top 3% in this country. And
there's not much to get a $2 million house in this. I mean, you paid almost 1.5 for your apartment.
What you're talking, Duncan,